dear Ernest, what brings you to town?
Oh, pleasure, pleasure. What else brings anyone anywhere? Eating as usual, I see, dear Algy.
I believe it is customary in good society to take some slight refreshment at 5 o'clock.
Yes, of course. Hello, why all these cups? Why these cucumber sandwiches? Why such reckless extravagance in one so young? Who is coming to tea?
Oh, just Aunt Augusta and Gwendolyn.
Well, perfectly delightful.
Yes, but I'm afraid Aunt Augusta won't quite approve of your being here.
May I ask why?
My dear, the way you flirt with Gwendolyn is perfectly disgraceful. It's almost as bad as the way Gwendolyn flirts with you.
I'm in love with Gwendolyn. I have come up to town expressly to propose to her.
I thought you said you would come up for pleasure. I call that business.
How utterly unromantic you are.
Please don't touch the cucumber sandwiches. They were ordered especially for Aunt Augusta.
Well, you've been eating them all this time.
Yes, but that is quite a different matter. She is my aunt. Have some bread and butter. It is for Gwendolyn. Well, you need not eat as if you were to eat it all. Do behave as if you were married to her already. You are not married to her already, and I don't think you ever will be.
Well, yeah. Why on earth would you say that?
Well, she is my first cousin, and before I allow you to marry her, you will have to clear up the whole question, Cecily.
Cecily? I wondered if you... What do you mean, dear Algy, by Cecily? I don't know anyone by the name of Cecily. Do you mean to say that you've had my cigarette case all this time? I was very nearly offering a large reward.
Oh, I wish you would. I happen to be more than usually hard up at the moment.
Well, there's no use offering a large reward now that the thing is found.
So mean, dear Ernest. Besides, now that I look at the inscription inside, I see that the thing isn't yours after all.
Well, of course it's mine. You've seen me with it 100 times, and you have no right whatsoever to read what is written inside. It's a very ungentlemanly thing to do to read one's private cigarette case.
One should not have a hard and fast rule of what one should and what one shouldn't read. More than half of modern society is dependent on what one shouldn't read.
I'm aware of the fact, but I don't propose to discuss modern culture. It isn't the sort of thing one should talk of in private. I simply want my cigarette case back.
Ah, but this isn't your cigarette case. This cigarette case is a gift from someone of the name of Cecily, and you said you didn't know anyone of that name.
Well, if you must know, Cecily happens to be my aunt.
Your aunt?
Yes, well, the old lady she used to lives at Tunbridge Wells. Now, for heaven's sake, give me my cigarette case back.
But why is she called Cecily if she is your aunt who lives at Tunbridge Wells? From little Cecily, with her fondest love.
My dear fellow, what on earth is there in that? Some aunts are tall, some aunts are not tall. Surely that is a decision each aunt may be allowed to decide for herself. Now, for heaven's sake, give me my cigarette case back.
But why does your aunt refer to you as her uncle? From little Cecily, with her fondest love, to her dear Uncle Jack.
Yeah,
There is no objection, I must admit, to an aunt being a small aunt. But why any aunt, no matter her size, should refer to her own nephew as her uncle, I can't quite make out. Besides, your name isn't Jack at all. It's Ernest.
It isn't Ernest, it's Jack.
You told me your name was Jack. I've introduced you to everyone by the name of Jack. You answer to the name of Jack.
I think I look like a Jack person.
Not so sure about that. You look as if your name were Ernest. You are the most earnest-looking person I ever saw in my life. Besides, it says it on your card. Mr. Ernest Worthing, B4, the Albany.
Well, my name is Ernest in the town and Jack in the country, and the cigarette case was given to me in the country.
Yes, but that doesn't explain why your small Aunt Cecily calls you her dear uncle. Come on, old boy, it's best to have the whole thing out at once.
My dear Algy, you talk exactly as if you were a dentist. And it's a very vulgar thing to talk like a dentist when one isn't a dentist. It produces a false impression.
Ah, but that is exactly what dentists always do. Now, best tell me the whole thing. I may add, that I have always suspected you of being a secret and confirmed Bunburyist. I'm certain of it now.
Bunburyist? What on earth do you mean by Bunburyist?
My good sir, I will explain to you that incomparable expression as soon as you are kind enough to tell me why it is that you are Ernest in town and Jack in the country.
Well, give me my cigarette case back then.
Fine. Now produce your explanation, and pray, make it improbable.